Alright, week 5 in the NFL means we've reached the quarter point in the NFL season. How crazy is that? So it's time to take a look back at Bo Nix's first 4 games. And yes, most of it has been pretty bad according to Bronco fans, and I'll agree with some of that there. But there's also been good too, and I'll break that down as well. So we're going to go through the good and the bad to paint a clear picture on where Bo Nix is right now so far, and where he needs to get better in the next coming games. So with that said, let's go. First off, let's break down the bad and the ugly with Bo Nix. He's been inconsistent with intermediate and deep throws down the field. He hasn't been in sync with his receivers, and he hasn't been able, along with the rest of the offense, it's not solely his fault. The offense hasn't consistently been able to stay on the field and sustain drives through these first 4 games. And as far as the stats show for Bo Nix, it hasn't been good. He's 25th in passing yards, he's 29th in completion percentage, and he's 31st in passer rating, and that's among eligible quarterbacks. Oh, yeah, that shows he hasn't been a productive quarterback in the stat column. That doesn't mean he's been totally awful. There is some good stats to show Bo Nix isn't costing the Broncos entirely. He's only been sacked 4 times in 4 games. None of them have come in the last 2 weeks. He's also 20th in QBR. And if you don't know what QBR is, it takes all of the metrics that a quarterback is judged by and it combines them into one number. So he's 20th among eligible quarterbacks there, and he has a higher QBR rating than Justin Herbert and Trevor Lawrence. Believe it. It is a fact. Look that up if you want to. But what that tells you is there's some metrics that suggest that Bo Nix is making good decisions with the football. And especially the last 2 weeks. Yes, there were some bad throws in the first 2 weeks, but he's going to figure it out over time. He's a smart guy. He doesn't make mistakes over and over again. He doesn't completely throw the ball blind. He's not a turnover machine like Will Levis is or Jalen Hurts has been this season. So there's been some good there. And he's had moments as well. Let's go through them. Week 1 in Seattle, he has the rushing touchdown to get the Broncos within 1 score of them winning that game. That takes mental toughness, despite him throwing 42 times, having 2 picks when he could have had 5, and still fighting to the very end. And then let's go to his first game. His first good game, I should add. The first and last drive against Tampa. He was effective. He was putting the ball where it needed to, getting into the right plays. He was aggressive. His feet were good when throwing those deep passes, and he got his team on the board when he needed to. And then the second half against the Jets, when they made adjustments, the big throw to Courtland Sutton on 3rd and 11, the touchdown throw, and allowing the team to get the running game going. He just wants to win football games, and that's clear in his press conferences, the way he talks to the media. He doesn't care about how he's playing. He just wants the team to win. He just wants to do whatever it takes for his team to win, for him as a quarterback. Now, I mentioned these moments, but there's no question, I will not disagree with any of you if you say they need to happen more consistently. He needs to get better. There's no question. He needs to be better in his footwork so that he can throw the deep ball better, and he needs to get on the same page with his receivers, and he just needs time to totally understand the offense he's in. At some point, all of it's going to click for Bo Nix, and he's going to continuously get better over this season once it happens. Sean Payton's offense isn't very easy. Just ask Drew Brees. It took a few years before it was clicking all cylinders and they went and won a Super Bowl. This has not been the easiest offensive system to learn for Bo Nix, and he's had 5 in 5 years. Now transitioning to the NFL, learning all these different things and having to play at the speed of the NFL, it's hard. I know Jaden Daniels is lighting up the NFL right now. I know Caleb Williams has had his moments, but it's different for every quarterback. And the first 4 defenses the Broncos have played have been top defenses. But now going into week 5, you're playing the Raiders, which have the 21st rated defense so far this season. So you get a bit of a break. So this is an opportunity for Bo Nix to take what he's learned in the first 4 games and build on it and be more consistent. Put together more drives, be better throwing the football, and ease some of the complaints and concerns from Broncos fans. Bo Nix is going to be just fine. He's going to figure it out. He's smart. It's all going to click at some point. We'll just have to see if it's this week when they put on the retro unis against the Raiders.